Alright, it is 5:45 p.m. On September the 15th, 2017. I'm going to a rally that is about the Rohingya Muslims of Myanmar who are currently embroiled in shit with the Myanmar government. We're going to be going to a event that's put on by the Raging Grannies, which are a left-wing group. Just coming up on them now. We'll see what they have to say. Quick correction, it's not the Grannies that are hosting it. It is Voice of Oppressed who is hosting it. It's their group name on Facebook. Thanks. Sorry to be wrong.
Thanks for everyone for being here this afternoon. Big thanks for the organizers of this protest. We are here, as the brother said, for a reason. That reason is to show Almighty God that we are believers and united. Believers. Doesn't matter what sect of religion, because what is happening in Burma, it is totally against every religion, because it is a barbarian action. It's not a human action. It's not like any other massacre has happened in the history. It is something unique. I believe not only the 4 million people were performing Hajj few days ago against this massacre. Not only 1.5 billion Muslim around the world is against that action. I believe every human in the world as a human is against this citizen to send this message through our government of Canada, to convey this message first of all to the United Nations people, and they should get involved and give the people, the Rohingya Muslims, their rights. And now, only in few days, more than 500,000 are homeless in Bangladesh and around the region. So, thanks to everyone, and thanks to every supporter of this action and this mission. And we, again, on behalf of everyone, on behalf of every human, we condemn this action being done and encouraged by the state of Burma, or by the government of Burma. And we ask Almighty God to save the innocent people. We ask Almighty God to make the hearts of the humans around the world soft enough to feel for them and to give them support, because they are the people of right. They are the people of truth. وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا أَن يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ. The only, I can answer you, my dear brothers, why we are here, I think because they say we believe in God. That's why they should be killed. That is the whole. And we are here to say this is not right, this is forbidden, and every human, every society, every nationality should stand for these people and support them. God bless you all. Wassalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.
Jazakumullah, thank you, Imam Jamal. Just a friendly reminder to the gents and ladies, brothers and sisters, the brothers will be on the left. If we could just kind of scoot over a little bit. I know it's really tight already as it is, but I think the ladies are kind of squished over there in the corner. Kind of give them a little bit of breathing space. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, just another friendly, kind, loving reminder that the sisters will be over there on the right and the brothers will be here on the left. Place cards. Also, yes, please, if some of the brothers that came and to join us up here on the stairs, if they can move down. Unless you're a speaker, we'd love to see your beautiful face down here. Thank you. The next thing we're going to be having now is the anthem. Brother Yazid can get that running.
standing here step down. So we can have only speakers here. We have respected Sheikh Hamoud, Imam Sheikh Fayaz here. I would request Imam Sayyid Sohrawardi, please come forward on the stage. And if Imam Sayyid Haji is here, please step forward on the stage here. And I will ask everybody else, please step down. And once again, the brothers could move a little bit to the left side. So sisters have a little bit of space there. And we are expecting more people to join this rally, inshallah. I will give Brother Wajib to continue forward.
All right, we have brother right from the Rohingya people, Brother Saeed.
Good evening, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Saeed Sultan from Burma, Arkan, Rohingya. I just like to inform everybody about Burma, what's going on right now. So there is a genocide going on from the long time, many years ago. It's like going on from 1984. So nobody was done because there was no media, nothing, that's why. So my request to raise how much you guys can raise your voice, to reach the big people like our presidents, our ministry everywhere, to stop genocide. And every day this is going on. They are not stopping to killing anybody. We don't want to waste even one day, and every day they are dying. They don't have aid, they don't have a medication, they don't have a food. Some are in the mud, and some are traveling from weeks, 2 weeks. So still militaries are killing them, our family, our sister, our brother. Every day they are dying. And media is watching only. I appreciate media, but our government, the world government, they are not doing anything for that, just watching and talking. I want to take action for my brother and sister. I'm getting message every day from Burma. They are crying, brother, help us. Son, my son, help us. And everybody hearing, but we can't do anything. The big thing is there, you know what? Military are doing the gang rape. Have you had ever this thing in the world? Militaries are doing rape and militaries are killing. So this is something different in this world. We should not quiet for this genocide. So they are doing ethnic cleansing right now, continue doing. So try to help these Rohingya people. Think they are not Muslim, think they are a human. So we have to save them. 17,100 people was in Burma, and now remaining only 200, I think. We want to save them, and we are asking help from everybody. I'm requesting for few days, stop entertainment and try to do something for Rohingya peoples. They are suffering, they are starving, they are killing every day. Some are injured, some are fractured. Still they are traveling, going to the Bangladesh. The Bangladesh, the one country, only they are giving the place. There is no any neighbor country. And some are while walking, the militaries are still firing them. And recently I heard that helicopter is going to throw the bombs there. So whatever you guys can do for our Rohingya people, please, please, I am requesting our voice to go to the Mr. Justin Trudeau. I know he's a great guy. He helped a lot of communities, lot of Syria, Lebanon, everywhere. So I'm requesting this time for Rohingya. So please, everybody, help us to save Rohingya. Things we are things like as a animal, save them. Everybody know any animal in the trouble and anywhere the military or police, they're going to help fire department. But this is Rohingya. They are not thinking as a human also. So please, this is my request, save our Rohingya brother and sister. So if I can't see the Facebook nowadays because I'm getting sick. Think like that, as you are in their place. You guys think that are you and their kids are your kids, then really believe you guys will get sick, because it's happened to me also. Think like that. If you don't getting pain, bite your head, hit your head somewhere, then you will realize what's going on there. Thank you, appreciate everybody.
Thank you, Brother Saeed, for giving us that insightful information. I see it's getting really packed here, which is great. This is awesome. The whole stairs situation here, I think we're gonna have to, okay, we'll figure that out later. The next step up, I just want to comment on the brother. He's actually making a call to action here. So something really simple that we can do is look up who your constituent is in the federal government, call their office. I've done it before. It really, really, really helps. You know, they don't have to agree with you. They'll say whatever they say, but just call them. Tell them, listen, I have some real issues with what's going on with the Rohingya, and what is Canada doing about it? Right? That's your right. You voted that person, and they work for you. So get them to work. Next brother up, Munawar Khan. He's a human rights activist based in Edmonton. Welcome, Brother Munawar Khan. He's the founder of Do Not Be a Bystander campaign and has been working with the Edmonton Police as a victim service advocate. Brother Munawar, if you can.
Thank you everyone for coming here today. After decades of discrimination, matters have continued to get much worse. Since 2012, Rohingya have endured the denial of basic rights and human services. Many live in internment camps. Myanmar government has blocked access to the United Nations human rights investigators and aid workers. Hundreds of thousands have escaped to Bangladesh, where their conditions are there. What's happening in Myanmar is not acceptable. These Rohingya Muslims deserve justice. The torture and suffering cannot be explained in words. We have seen images and videos on social media. Killing human beings will not bring blessing to the country, to the world, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Thank you everyone. Thanks for organizing this event, and thank you for inviting me to speak. Bless you.
Thank you, Brother Munawar Khan. Next up, we have Sisters Saima Jamal. Sorry, I just can't say the first name properly. Sister, wherever you are. Saima. Thank you for coming out, Sister. I see you at a lot of places, and I really appreciate it. I'm sure the rest of us appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, Riaz and the Hussainia for organizing this event. I'm so glad to see so many of you here. It's very rarely do we see the entire Ummah along with the whole Muslim community coming together for an event, even though it is so horrible what's going on that it had to bring everyone together. I want you to imagine the people that you see in Walmart. They're called the Hutterites. Everybody knows who the Hutterites are? You do, right? You see them, they're wearing a different kind of clothes. When they speak to each other, they speak a different kind of language than regular. They speak this old German language. They came here hundreds of years ago, but they still kept their language, they kept their clothing, they kept their culture. That's kind of what the Rohingya is in Myanmar. The British, you know, during that time, there was so much of moving of people around that they went there 150 years or more ago, but they decided to keep their language. They decided to keep their religion. They decided to keep their culture. And move forward 1982, all of a sudden imagine there's a referendum in Canada and they decided that, you know what, we're not going to call these Hutterites any more Canadians. We're going to take their citizenship because, oh well, guess what, they don't speak English. They don't speak, they're not from our religion, or maybe they look different. And then imagine if that ever happened to any country based on their religion, their race, their culture. They'll be just deemed that you don't belong to this country, you're not a citizen, I'm gonna take your citizenship away. How is that ever fair. Forget about fair. That just negates the basic human rights of every citizen. And that's what happened to these guys. And when they took their citizenship away, guess what else followed afterwards? They did not have to give them any schooling. They did not have to give them any access to health care. So they were left in their own villages, trying to provide services for themselves, trying to protect themselves because they have been otherized, because they are no longer considered Burmese citizen. It's so easy when you otherize that person that I'm gonna now go and do whatever I want with whatever is making me upset. I'm gonna forget that I'm a peaceful Buddhist, but I'm gonna go and become an extremist, and I'm gonna go and kill and pillage you because I'm gonna blame all my problem on you. We saw what happened last year. We were here, right here in City Hall, protesting when boatloads of Rohingyas were trying to make their way to Malaysia, to Thailand, to wherever they could, all the way to Indonesia. We were right here protesting when we saw those boats people were falling out of it and drowning, and people countries weren't giving them any refuge. And finally this happens now. I want to tell you what I've been hearing on the ground. They're saying when they started escaping, or starting August 25th, when they started escaping, they were holding off the men and the youth because they wanted to keep them and torture them. And one person told me this is how they torture them. They throw them in these very dirty washrooms, keep them for days onwards. They cut their hands, they cut their fingers, they take off their nails. They will keep on torturing them, and then they'll kill them in the worst possible way. This is not just a simple genocide. This is textbook genocide in the sense that I'm going to scare you so bad that you will not return back to Myanmar. And when they ran from their villages to the rice fields, they started burning everything down. Village after village, house after house. People got whatever they could that was left after the burned villages, somehow take it, and they ran. And they walked for 5 days, for 10 days, till they finally entered Bangladesh. And now they're there. Over 370,000, 20,000 that are walking every single day. Every single day, 20,000. Do you know what has been happening in Bangladesh for the last few weeks? It has been battling the worst of floods in the north. The worst of floods. The entire north of Bangladesh is working towards flood rehabilitation, where all of a sudden this refugee crisis broke out in the southernmost. Bangladesh is one of the poorest and most populated country in the world. But people left everything that they're doing, along with doing the flood rehab. The locals got out and they started helping the Rohingyas.
What about the natives? Fucking preaching about your shit. What about the fucking natives? This country.
If that wasn't enough, this is what happened. I started listening to people in the deep jungles of Bangladesh. Guess what? No aid is going there. There is no foreign aid. There is no medic team. There is not even a single government volunteers in the new unregistered camps that have come up in the deep jungles of Bangladesh. That is why I've decided to go to Bangladesh on Monday morning. As you know that I have helped out so many different refugees in here for the last few years. And over all these years, I have tried and helped as many newcomers, low-income Canadians, being born in Chittagong, growing up in Chittagong, and hearing the language that these Rohingyas speak, which I understand. It broke my heart to hear their misery. And I said, I'm not going to be sitting here anymore and not doing anything. I'm going to make sure I go there myself. I created the team over there, and I hope you can financially support this. I'm going on the 11th at 11 a.m. Monday morning. Please, we have a box here. Do whatever you can to donate. It is a very personal mission for me, but I have to do this, and I need your support, because if there is no aid going to the deep jungles where it's not just beside the roads, you have to trek for 7 hours. You have to climb an elevation of 1,000 feet to reach there. I hope and pray to God that every bit he can come and every needy person can get the refuge they need, the aid they need, the bags of rice, the medicine, the water, the sanitation system, the faucet, the hand pump, and hope to God. We ask every single prime minister and president in this world, especially India and China. Myanmar is able to do this because they're under the protection of India and China. You've got to write to the Chinese and the Indian embassies too, not just Justin Trudeau. We've got to pressure them and ask, what is their government doing by letting Aung San Suu Kyi get away with this? Please raise your voice. The fate of millions depends on you. Thank you. Bangladesh is already overpopulated. The Rohingyas are living in cramped houses, built of bamboo and plastic sheets with barely any possessions. They have left with memories of murder, of arson, rape and persecution, and government violence. No international observers were allowed. No human rights investigators can access the current situation. We are further shocked and appalled by reports that Myanmar authorities have now begun to lay landmines along the border with Bangladesh, targeting the Rohingyas who might return. Myanmar's de facto civilian leader has been silent. Aung San Suu Kyi, the 1991 Nobel Prize winner, finally said that it was misinformation by the Rohingya terrorists. It is not misinformation. It is genocide. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Oh, Canada, help the Rohingya. 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 Repeat after me. Stop the genocide. 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 Feel it from the bottom of your hearts, brothers and sisters. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Let it rip right from the bottom of your hearts. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. No more hate. 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 Rohingyas are humans. 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 Shout, brothers and sisters, shout with your loudest voices one last time for our next speaker. Rohingyas are humans. Rohingyas are humans. Our next Next speaker will be Imam Fayez Tali from the Muslim Council of Calgary.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. As Canadians, as human beings, we all agree that human dignity is dependent of national borders. We all have an obligation to always defend the interest of the poor and the persecuted. Before I share a few moments of your time, or take a few moments of your time, you being here, your voice being heard, it will make a difference. Remember, silence is complicity. Silence in these dire times is undeniably complicity. I would like to thank all of the organizations, the many religious and political leaders, our brothers from the Muslim Council of Calgary, Imam Jamal Hamoud as well, all of the other imams behind me. One voice, one love, one hope, and one world. In order for us to have peace, we must work for justice. The truth is that killing innocent people will always be wrong. Ethnic cleansing is wrong, and an unfolding genocide is also wrong. I love the sign, if you are neutral on situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Desmond Tutu. Martin Luther King Jr. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Again, silence is complicity. A Rohingya woman, she says, quote, if the international community cannot help us, then bomb us and kill us. Because our life is worse than death. Let us remember, the dead cannot cry out for justice. It is a duty of the living to do so for them. Let us pray, O Allah, source of all compassion, the promise of your mercy and saving help fills our hearts with hope. O Allah, hear the cries and the plea of the people of Rohingya. O Allah, bring healing to those suffering from violence and comfort to those mourning the dead. Empower and encourage all humans, the international community, the Canadian government, neighbors in their care to welcome these people. O Allah, convert the hearts of those who have taken up arms and strengthen the resolve of those committed to peace. Let us not all aspire simply to make a living, but let us all aspire to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Imam Fayez Tali from the Muslim Council of Calgary. Next up, we have Reverend Natasha Garrison. Not sure if Reverend Natasha. She MIA. Okay. Next we have Alright, next up will be Miss Shirley Steinberg. She's from the Jewish community.
What did he say?
Professor
He's calling me a terrorist. He's calling us
at the
terrorists.
UFC, where she researches social justice. and
A lot of terrorists here.
There's also a Syrian refugees from
If we were terrorists, I don't think this would be legal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't just like openly have 800 or so terrorists on the steps of City Hall without some sort of police response.
How amazing our Muslim community is in Calgary to come to these demonstrations, too many demonstrations, but the love that the Muslim community in Calgary has shown to others in the world is pretty amazing, and I'm filled with my heart is full of the love that we have gotten. What a tragedy, what a sadness, another genocide, another group of people murdered, destroyed, children murdered, with so much ignorance. So many places that our schools don't even teach where they are. But we all find out at a late point when someone starts to murder. The fact that the people in Rohingya have never been allowed to be created as an ethnic group or a group of citizens in a country is appalling. They have been stripped of everything. They are people without a country, people without a home. They have a tie to Bangladesh, they have a tie to India, but as far as their 100 and 150 years of living in that country, they have not been given any kind of recognition as human beings. This is a phenomenal situation that we have human beings that are not even acknowledged as human beings. I see the faces here, I know some of you, and I know that you have come from countries that have treated many of you not like human beings. As a Jew, there was 70, 80 years ago a time when some amount like 6 million were killed and genocide occurred. And what I find is unfortunate is that our peoples who have experienced genocide do not raise their children to acknowledge that it continues to happen to other people. And by seeing the Muslim population here, I know that that is not how you feel. I know that you feel, sisters and brothers, so far away in that tiny little world next to China and Thailand, that these people are being annihilated. To give a voice by quiet, peaceful demonstration, as Martin Luther King has taught us, this is what makes a difference. We can do this with numbers. We can do this with our voices. We demand civility. We demand that human beings be treated like human beings. We teach our children and we stand up for it. And we don't forget what has happened in Aleppo. We don't forget what is happening in Palestine. We don't forget the Sudan. We don't forget the Rohingya. We don't forget, we remember, and we fight. We fight for justice. We fight to hear our voices heard through the politicians and through being here today. May blessings be upon all of you, and thank you so much for being here in solidarity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shirley. Next up, we will have Brother Alavi. Yes, brother.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Brothers, you might have heard about concentration camps, but you don't know how they look like. I have spent few days in the Burmese concentration camp with these Rohingya brothers. I have seen their city of Sitwe, which was the capital of Arakan state. That state has 4 districts, and all those 4 districts are ruined now. None of the Muslim is living in their houses. They are living in the jungles. That concentration camp, which is miles and miles away, there's no way to provide the food over there. The government has put the military around that concentration camp. Nobody can go there, nobody can provide the food, nobody can provide them the shelter. They are living in the ground. The human organizations, they have provided them the shelters and they are providing them the food. It's not going from the government of Myanmar. At this time, it's about 370,000 people has moved towards Bangladesh. ICNA Relief Canada, we have sent the first response team over there this week. It's almost 3-4 days now. They are working on the ground, and the first aid we have sent, that was $350,000. Inshallah, we will send them the next aid with the shelters when they will get the food for the first response team. And inshallah, all Calgarians will work together and they will provide them shelter and food. And the most important thing is that they have to go back in their homes, because their home is Burma. They are not the only Rohingya. There are a lot of Muslims over there. They are called Rohingya Muslims. They are the Burmese Muslim, the local Muslim. They are the Bengali Burmese Muslim. They are the Chinese Burmese Muslim. But at this time, they are treating them all at the same. The total Muslim population is 6 million Muslims in Burma. And out of those 6 million, you can see none is living in their houses at this time, because their houses have been captured, their businesses has been nationalized. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, brother. Next up, we have Imam Naviyad Aziz from the IISC. Sheikh Imam Naveed Aziz.
Including their next speaker. You're from Amnesty International here. What's your role in this?
So right now we're like starting a new campaign. We brought some like petitions and stuff. So generally we're just looking to like raise awareness about key issues that are going on around the world and when human rights injustices are occurring. So we want to let people know what's going on and how they can get involved, whether they go online and sign an e-petition, come out to an event, or meet up with us in person and sign a petition, or advertise their own. So that's kind of our goal.
All right. Where can people go to sign a petition?
They can go to amnesty.ca, or our parent website is amnesty.org.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأنجبين أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قتل أصحاب الأخدود النار ذات الوقود إذ هم عليها قعود وهم على ما يفعلون بالمؤمنين شهود وما نقموا منهم إلا أن يؤمنوا بالله العزيز الحميد. Brothers and sisters, this is a similar story that we are here for, which has been mentioned in the Noble Quran 1400 years ago. A group of our Christian brothers and sisters, they were brutally killed, burned down because of their faith, for which Allah the Almighty has lamented in the Noble Quran. قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ. And this clearly proves that in the eyes of God, Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, despite their differences, they all form one single human community, one single nation. إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدوه. This group of people, they were not Muslims, they were Christians, but as they were persecuted, they were slaughtered, they were burned into ashes, God Almighty has lamented for them. God Almighty has revealed a chapter about them to make their history forever and to provide us opportunity to think again and again and do the same thing if the similar situation occurs. Now the same situation is being forced in Burma, in Myanmar. However, here Muslims are going through the same sufferings, same calamities. Therefore, I'd like to invoke the international human community to respond to this crisis appropriately, in godly manner. Forget our differences, unite on this common and shared goal of supporting humanity. The problem with this situation is the story mentioned by God in Quran. In that story, the perpetrator was a known tyrant. However, here in this case, the ruler is somebody who has won Nobel Prize. And this is unfortunately extremely dangerous, even worse. Because not only she is and her government is violating the human laws, human rights, but she and her government is also jeopardizing the reputation of Nobel Prize in the eyes of the whole world. And another sad story of this scenario is the silence, utter silence of international community. No one is taking any serious action. These oppressed people are going through unbearable situation for years. But no international organization has taken any solid action to stop this crisis. In fact, despite the globalization, still we are living a life of isolation. We think that if I am fine, my family is safe, my next of kins are safe, my city is safe, my country is safe, then we are safe. This is the most horrible mistake that people make in their approach. In fact, we as human beings, our interests and our harms both are so deeply intertwined, interconnected, that one community's interest or harm cannot be separated from the others. Bani Adam Adai Yek Digaran. And this is the message of a beautiful saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he has concluded that all human beings, irrespective of their color, creed, race, language, they all together form one single nation, one single human community, like a body. If one part of our body is in pain, can other parts and limbs of our body rest and relax? In the same way, if in one part of the world, even though a tiny community is being persecuted, the consequences will engulf the whole world. I'd like to conclude by mentioning a beautiful saying from Imam Ali bin Abi Talib, where he says, يوم الظالم يوم المظلوم أشد من يوم الظالم. We want to help Burmese government, Myanmar's government, by encouraging them to stop immediately this heinous crime. Because if you do not stop, then there are God's powerful hands which are ready to stop you by force. The day of Mazloom, the day of those who are oppressed, is far greater and far harming than the day of Zalim oppressor toward those who are oppressed. Wallahu azizun dhu intiqam. Allahu Akbar. إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله والله عزيز ذو انتقام. We leave the decision in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And at the end, thank you very much for participating in this beautiful protest. And I'd like also to extend my gratitude to Brother Riyadh Khaja from Hussaini Association of Calgary for providing such a beautiful platform for all of us where we can peacefully express our concerns. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace, mercy and blessings of Allah be upon all of you.
Jazakumullah, Sayyid Hadi. Quick announcement, there is an emergency fundraiser for Myanmar by the Islamic Relief Organization. Go to islamicrelief.ca//Myanmar. It's on Sunday, September 17th. So this Sunday, 2 days from now, 7 p.m. at the Al Salam Center. It's the CEO of Islamic Relief Canada is live streaming from Myanmar. So check it out. Next up, we have the Calgary Raging Grannies. So if we can make way for the ladies, please. Make some space up for him up here, brothers, please. Next up, we have Tariq Khan, General Secretary of the Pakistan-Canada Association.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming, taking your time for this evening to protest against the brutality. I do apologize my voice because I have gun craft yesterday and I've got a mouth surgery, but just to pay the token up here to be part of this protest, I would like to request each and everyone, when you go back, at least tell your member of parliament, email them, phone call them, your MLAs, your constituent fellow members, to raise your voice, go to the social media and show your concerns that those brutalities and stop killing of those innocent people. Thank you so much. The organizer, Khwaja Riyaz Sahab, I'm glad to see all my imams, they are standing together, all different colors, all the bouquets, all different people from every sect who have come here and protest against this atrocities. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, brother. Next up, we have the Imam Sayyid Saharwardi. This is the second time actually that I don't know why. Saharwardi. Okay? Islamic Supreme Council of Canada.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will not make a long speech, but speakers before me, they have told you the level of atrocities that is going on in Myanmar. I'm not going to repeat it, but I'm going to ask you something very important for this rally. What we are going to do to help the people of Burma. It's not enough just to get together and have a rally. We take out rallies every time on everything happens around the world in different parts of the world. But with Myanmar, there is a little different things going on. I ask you, and I ask my Prime Minister, Mr. Justin Trudeau, why don't you consider Aung San Suu Kyi as a crime committing against humanity? Why she is not considered as a criminal who is committing genocide in Myanmar? Why she is still an honorary Canadian citizen? Why our government is not revoking her citizenship right now? I think this crowd should send a very strong message to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that most of us did support him during the elections, and we are not happy with him. I am not happy with him. I'm angry with him. Why? He is seeing the genocide going on, and he just spoke with the State Council, which we call Prime Minister Aung San Suu Kyi, just about 2 days ago. This genocide is going on for the last 4 decades. Within the last 3 years, it has escalated. Government of Canada did nothing to stop it. Thousands and thousands of people have been murdered. Thousands and thousands have been displaced. Brother Alawi, who spoke before me, he came back from there. He says all 4 districts have been completely evacuated and their property has been captured by the people of Buddhist faith. Why? These Myanmar people, Muslim, happen to be Muslim. They are natives of that land, and our government has done nothing to stop it. Why United Nations is not stopping it? Why the Nobel Peace Prize is not taken away from this war crime? This lady, Aung San Suu Kyi, has done a lot of wrong, and nobody is paying attention. My dear brothers and sisters, look at this. China is supporting the Burmese army. Our government cannot speak against China. India is supporting. Many other big countries are supporting. Why? The reason is because these countries sell weapons to Burmese army. And Burmese army get weapons from Pakistan too,
from other countries too. And that has to stop. Burmese army is committing war crimes. And every one of them should be tried. And Aung San Suu Kyi should be tried under the International Court of Justice and should be considered just like Milosevic in Bosnia. Milosevic was a war crime. He was tried because of the genocide in Bosnia. Burma is facing the same situation. Aung San Suu Kyi should be tried as a criminal in the International Court of Justice. Last item is, my dear brothers and sisters, please, please, I'm not offending anyone here. In this crowd I can see a lot of people from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, India and other Middle Eastern countries. I see their photos with politicians having Eid Milan parties. Why, when you have an Eid Milan party, when you have food with the politicians, why you don't raise the issue? And none of these politicians who I see with our community members have raised any single word for Burma. We are hypocrites. We are hypocrites. Because we eat food with them, we party with them, and do not ask them, why don't you protest? I don't want to mention names here. Just yesterday, 2 days ago, there were mainstream politicians here in Calgary. And I have not seen a single statement from either provincial, federal, or municipal level. Justin Trudeau, let me tell you why we are failing. Justin Trudeau was in Saskatoon on the Eid al-Adha, on the day of Eid. He attended the Eid prayer in Saskatoon. He did not say a single word, neither a single Muslim raised a voice in front of him and asked him, why Mr. Trudeau, you are talking to 8,000, 7,000 Muslims in Saskatoon, and none of them stood up and asked him why you are not stopping genocide in Burma. This is our fault. That's why we have to be mobilized. We have to stand up for our brothers and sisters in Burma. If we don't stand up, nobody will care, my dear brothers and sisters. Justin Trudeau has nothing to do with Burmese Muslim. We have to do with him, with them. And that's why Justin Trudeau is our Prime Minister. He has to stand up, revoke her citizenship tomorrow.
Thank you, Zayden. And to reiterate, call your constituent, tell her or him, we want the Canadian government to take away her honorary Canadian citizenship. It's simple. She's killing people. Next up, we have Riaz Khwaja, the organizer and the Stop the Oppressed organization.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. Brothers and sisters, thank you so much for coming here to attend this peaceful protest against the genocide on the minority in Myanmar, Burma. We had hold this protest, we satisfy ourselves, raise our voice, made a bit of awareness in front of the media. But we can do more. We can write to our PMs, member of parliament, the politicians, donate to the charities. As you have heard, there are different charities working on in Calgary to help these oppressed people in Myanmar. So donate as much you can. Educate your friends and families what's happening. There's a big conspiracy going through where these Muslims are getting killed and world is silent over their killing. Use social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever means you can to spread the awareness and the message and stand against the brutality, stand against this oppression. And that's why Voice of Oppressed of Calgary has arranged this protest in support of these oppressed people. We are always here to support the oppressed of these people throughout the globe, either it could be Jewish, Muslim, Christians, Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, because we belong a religion which is a religion of peace, Islam, which taught us how to stand against the oppression in support of the oppressed. I would like to thank City of Calgary. I would like to thank local Calgary media, Pakistan Post, Canadian Times, Canadian Express, Maple TV for being here, for the support. I would like to thank Muslim Council of Calgary. I would like to thank Hussaini Association of Calgary. I would like to thank Pakistan Canada Association I would like to thank Pakistan Canadian Culture Association. I would like to thank Calgary Grannies. I would like to thank Islamic Supreme Council of Canada. I would like to thank Islamic Information Society of Calgary. If I am not naming any other organization and individuals, please forgive me. Yeah, Bangladesh Association. Oh, Syrian refugees, definitely. That was in my mind. I was gonna say that at the end. And also the Sikh community, all the Bangladeshi community, Pakistan community, Kashmir community, respected guests. I have a friend, Mr. Ken here, who came from a long distance, and brother Yasin Chaudhry Sahib is there as well. And thank you everybody. And I would like to pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the peace prevails throughout the globe, and we will be always staging in support of oppressors, no matter who they are, Muslims, Christians, Jews and Sikhs. Thank you once again. God bless you all. Thank you, Brother Ajib, for doing the MCs. And also this is a remarkable event today, where I have the Imams from all the communities, Muslim community here together. Imam Sheikh Fayaz, Imam Sheikh Jamal Hamoud, Imam Sayyid Hadi, Imam Sayyid Soharbardi. I will request all the Imams to stand here, have a group photo, and that will be a one of the kind, first, and it will not be the last one, inshallah. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Let us stand here. I would request all the Imams first to stand here in the queue. I think Imam Jamal Hamoud has left. And Imam Sheikh Fayaz is here, Imam Sayyid Soharbardi is here. And I will ask all the, and then anybody can join the group photos here, no problem. Thank you.
तारिक भाई आजा फोटो हो गया तारिक भाई अभी बनियो ना ग्रुप फोटो ना बस भाई नो फेसबुक पे फोटो ला सकते आजा
I would like to request everybody, just be careful on the streets, and so that there are bystanders passing by, so they shouldn't get any kind of disturbance. And stay safe and stay warm.
Those who want to donate can donate here. Those who want to donate. Yeah, sorry.
Those play cards, if you have, please, we are collecting those back. The play cards here. If anybody wants to donate, Sister Saima is here with a charity box. Please do donate as much you can. Thank you so much. And the play cards I will be collecting here.
Thank you. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you again. Thanks for your kind words.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. And yourself? Hey, for my viewers who obviously can't donate in person, do you have any organizations online that you might recommend that they donate to?
Islamic Relief Canada.
Islamic Relief Canada.
Online donation, yeah.
All right, thanks. Hey, how are you? Pretty good, pretty good. Good to see you as well.
We were saying there are not too many white faces, but the ones that turned out are dedicated.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know of any people from Burma I could speak to?
Burma?
Yeah.
Right here. This is the guy that's
All right, thanks.
the guy with the hat.
Yeah, thanks.
Very
Borrow this. I know, borrow it. Borrow it. You're doing a radio interview. You can't look silly.
The accusations of extremism from the government towards the people, and now this incident of violence and this devastation, how likely do you think it is that the government's putting their citizens on a path where they could likely be radicalized, or there's that devastation?
You know, I don't think this notion of radicalization is much more complex than I think we think it is. Just because you've been persecuted and destroyed does not make you radical. What makes you radical is the people that you are exposed to. Now, if they were embraced, if the radicalized group would come to them and say, let us feed you, take care of you, that might be different. And that's certainly what happened with Hamas in the early days of the Gulf War. Hamas came, took care of people, took care of people in Lebanon, took care of people in the Middle East. And so Hamas, which was considered a radical group, gave them something. But these crazies in ISIS, they have nothing to give. They just want to radicalize. So I don't worry about that.
So do you think it's part of Canada's role in the international community to embrace it and say, you know what?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what it tells me is that we can't just fly them here and dump them, which is kind of propensity for countries that don't think about what they're doing. We need to have an infrastructure for incoming residents. And we call them, like at the Syrian refugee group, we call them our newcomers. Like the notion of refugee sort of ends the minute they get onto the shores, and they should be treated like newcomers. But we just had someone yell right here, a black man was screaming and yelling and telling people to go back to their own country. And it's like, I didn't know, there's no black indigenous people in Canada. So the irony of an ex-refugee or an ex-immigrant persecuting the one below is just tragic.
So finally, if you could say something to whoever, what would you say?
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for human beings. I'm sorry to imagine without even, not only are they not citizens, they have no ethnic status. So there's like 12 or 15 groups of ethnicities there. They're not considered human. They're not given. This is how when the Americans had slavery and said that a slave was something like 2/5 a human being. That's the kind of treatment. I'm so
they're a little chilly. That should be great. Thank you very much. Can I direct my viewers to your channel as well, or your?
I write for the Calgary Journal.
Okay, cool.
Her channel is the Calgary.
The channel. All right, all right. Thanks.
Where are you
And this is my biggest genocide and no any country attacking. I don't know why.
Hey, would you be welcome to doing an interview?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Do you mind if we? Yeah, sure. Just 3 or so minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
It doesn't have to be now.
No,
we do later.
Okay, no problem. We can.
All right. So you're from Burma, right?
Yeah, I'm from Burma. Yeah.
And also called Myanmar, right?
It's Myanmar's second name. The first name is Burma.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit about how this started? Someone mentioned that the Rohingya people have been there for a very long time, but it seems to be getting much worse now.
Yeah, they are from 500 years they are there, and they was citizens of Burma, and they are now denying because they need that Arkan, the state Arkan. They want to remove the Arkan, Muslims all out from the Arkan, because in Arkan before was the Muslim rule, Muslim masjid and school, everything Muslim rule. And there is a lot of production like gas, oil, everything. The people, they say, because of that thing, they want Muslim first remove, cleansing all Muslim, then after they can do whatever they want. And they hate Muslim. They want totally Buddhist country. That's why they are killing every day. And Aung San Suu Kyi, she is every day denying like there is nothing happening, and behind the military is killing every day. And even Aung San Suu Kyi, I don't know her name properly, and she is the one saying kill them and start the cleansing till I will stop the media. You guys clean all Muslim. Then after I spoke to media, yeah, I have to do something. In that time, the Muslim will be finished from Arakan. Now only 200 remaining Muslim Rohingya is there, and rest of from 1700,000 all in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Malaysia, in these countries. There is no more. And few, they stuck in between the Buddhist people. They can't go out, they can't buy anything, they don't have a food. They are totally stuck, and they whatever remaining the Burmese are there, Rohingya, they are already died there, because they don't know when they're gonna attack them. And they are unfair, they are in the fear, they can't sleep, anytime can attack them. So it's still going on every day. So they are burning their house, they are taking their land, and people are crossing a week from the past 2 weeks. They are crossing from the mud, this much mud they are crossing, and their body are getting sick, and they don't have any aid, any treatment. Some of the ladies, they give birth on the sea, inside the mud, inside the water. This is going on still, and some are stuck in the border still, and they can't go to the Bangladesh, because the Bangladesh people, they need some money. If you give money, the boat guy, they will transfer. And nowadays they start business. The boat guy, they are not doing the fishing. They are, instead of fishing their job, they are transferring the people by money, not free. And those they don't have money, they are stuck. And they are dying whenever, any time they can attack. And whoever the walking, going from behind, they are firing the military still every day. Till today I get the message, they are going kill every day injured people I see.
With hundreds of thousands fleeing Burma, it seems to me that the assertion that everything is fine by the Burmese government seems completely ridiculous and unbelievable. The president of Burma hasn't publicly spoken about this, has she?
They spoke, but she's saying no, there is no excellent thing going on. There is nothing. She is just denying as their religion problem. The small matters going on in our country every day, happening something fight, and we can't do anything for that. She's showing like this, this is the small matter, front of the media, but it's the biggest genocide in the world going on in the Burma, and any government has taken action still.
How is Bangladesh reacting to this?
Yeah, Bangladesh, they are the one neighbor country, and they are supporting whoever transfer already there. They are supporting them because they don't have a choice. They have to help them because the Turkey is almost $70 million help to the Bangladesh. Just let them enter and I'll give you money. That's why this time some borders are open, and some people cannot reach there. So that's going on, and every country are helping as a food, as a money, but this is not enough. But Arkan is totally taken by Buddhist people. Suppose in your country or any Gulf countries happen genocide, we will also send, Canada also will send the money, but we will not take the action. Is it fair? Not. We have to take action, but no any country is taking action, especially Gulf country. Gulf country, just they are giving fund money, but they are not taking any action. They are not allowed them to do the protest also.
And they're very rich countries that could evacuate millions.
They are just throw money and say we can help them, we give millions of dollars. This is not enough. If something come problem with you countries, we will also do.
Yeah.
Then it will be fair.
Yeah.
No. So I am very upset from the Muslim country. I am Muslim. I am Rohingya. I am from Dubai. I born in Dubai, but my background from Burma totally.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling bad of Gulf country why they are not raising their voice.
Yeah. If you could say one thing to the leaders of Canada, what would you say to them?
I will say to the Justin Trudeau, he have a big heart. I believe that he helped the Syrian and Palestine, all the countries. I am requesting to the Justin Trudeau to this time help to the Rohingya peoples to bring in Canada. I know Canada is still 90% is empty. Okay, throw them, they will stay like a first nation.
Yeah.
Don't worry them.
Much easier to fight polar bears than Buddhists.
At least they will be safe.
Yeah,
that's I want. Just I'm requested the Justin Trudeau, please help go and talk to our neighbor country boss, Donald Trump. Until he didn't say anything, until he didn't take action, no country will speak, no country can do anything. And Donald Trump, he know everything, but why he's quiet, I don't know, business deal or what, sorry. Just otherwise Donald Trump, if something happen, a small matter, anything, he's the one first jumping. And this is the big genocide in the world, and Donald Trump, where is he?
All right. And lastly, how can the average citizen, just the people watching this video, what can they do to help?
My message to everyone, do whatever you can do. Post in Facebook, Instagram, anything. Especially give mail to the Justin Trudeau, mail to the Donald Trump, mail to the foreign minister, everywhere. Give mail, give tons of mail. There is something going on big, so it means something is there. This is my message. Anybody can do anything, do it.
All right.
Don't keep quiet and watching, or if you see any video of dying Burmese people, don't scroll up. Watch which date and when. It might be happen with us also, anybody, with anybody. So I'm getting message every day from Burma. They are saying, brother, help me, my son, help me, I don't have anything, I can't go anywhere. They are crying every day. Just my friends, I am just last message to the world. Watch this, all the video, and think as a you are there and they are attacking you, they are killing you, their kids, think your kids, then you will get sick really, because it's happened with me. That's why I'm saying do something, whatever you can do it.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you. I want to ask this from which channel?
It's called Spirited Chat. Just Spirited Chat on YouTube.
Okay.
I cover a bunch of these rallies.
How can I get this one? So I can send to my friend there also.
You got your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop over to YouTube. Looks like the rally's over, so I'm gonna say bye to the camera. Bye, viewers. All right, viewers, we're back. I lied to you when I said that we were going away, because this guy wants us to take a picture of his car.
If anybody can do this, my message, if anybody can do, at least put this sticker as how I put in my car. Do this thing. This is the also one help for the Rohingya.
Is there a place where people can order this sticker?
Yeah, you can go any decoration shop and just give from your mobile any picture and they can do simple. At least you guys can do this thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again.
Yeah. See you.
And thank you for letting me borrow.
Yeah.